himself primarily to his family, which included his mom and dad and 7 brothers and sisters, his friends, and sports. From baseball to football to soccer, he played them all to exhaustion. However, he found his true passion in playing baseball while sporting the number 5 on his jersey in honor of his favorite player, Johnny Bench. I know some of the kids might not know behind me who Johnny Bench was, but I know some of the adults in the audience do. I had the good fortune to be able to coach Patrick for 6 years as a member of the Frankfurt Eagles baseball team. And for those of you who have participated on a travel team or a club team of any kind, you know that you spend so much time together throughout the year that you sort of become each other's second families. And then as a coach, you certainly get to know each player so well. And let me tell you, Patrick was truly an outstanding young man. Now, he wasn't the most talented player on our teams, but he was definitely the heart and soul of our teams for 6 years. He was our catcher, a la Johnny Bench. And everybody rooted for Patrick to do well because Patrick was always so upbeat and positive, and he rooted so hard for his teammates. That was the kind of boy he was. Whenever we gave him instruction or advice, his responses were always an energetic, "Yes, coach," or "I'll do it, coach," or "We can do this, coach." He was the type of kid that would just run through a wall for you. Whenever we had our pre- and post-game little conferences after the games, before the ball games and after the ball games, Patrick was always fully engaged. Sometimes you speak in front of to the kids, and some might be looking off to the concession stand or where are my parents? Or, oh boy, let's get out of here. But no, not Patrick. He was always fully engaged. He absolutely hung on every word that we said, and he just soaked it all in. He was a true student of the game, and he believed that if he just tried a little harder, he would get better. And he was right, because he did. And Patrick really had it all figured out. He wanted to win, but he never lost sight that this was only a game, and he would have fun playing. And as time ticked on, Patrick grew into being his own person. He took pride in his love for the Chicago Cubs, and he received a lot of grief from his family, full of White Sox fans for it. The Mizwicki family remembers his love and knowledge of sports and the enjoyment he brought to every game they watched with him. And then he would freely offer up every little detail or statistic without an ounce of doubt in his voice. They often joked that one day the world would see Patrick sitting behind one of those ESPN desks. In August of 2011, Patrick became a freshman here at Lincoln Way East, and he could not have been more eager to begin this next chapter of his life. He expressed his excitement in meeting new friends, getting his braces off, and then getting his driver's license someday, probably much like all of you did when you were freshmen. But most of all, he was extremely proud to join his older brother John on the Lincoln Way East cross country team. That certainly inspired him, and he really began to flourish. It was on that tragic day, September 15, 2011, that Patrick was fatally struck and killed by a car while running with his team. But during the months that followed, the Mizwicki family really were shocked by the amount of support they received from the Lincoln Way community. All of the individuals that Patrick had touched during his lifetime were now returning the favor. The kindness and generosity did spark the creation of the Patrick Mizwicki Strive for 5 Foundation to keep Patrick's memory alive, long-lasting, and fruitful. And just as Patrick spent his life working to reach his goals and make a difference in the world, our foundation is committed to encourage all children, teens, and young adults to strive for 5, to be their best, and to always do their best. The actual mission of the foundation is to recognize some of the kids who possess the Strive for 5 traits that were clear and apparent in Patrick's everyday life: determination, sportsmanship, be kind and a friend to everyone, hard work, and do your best. And our initial goal was to be able to fund one scholarship in Patrick's name to a Lincoln Way East High School senior each year. However, tonight we're thrilled to be able to hand out 5 awards. This would not have been possible without the outpouring of support we received from our community, Lincoln Way East High School, our local businesses in the village of Frankfurt. In about a week and a half, on Saturday, June the 1st, we will be having our 2nd annual 5K Walk and Fun Run. It will be held at Bryder Green in downtown Frankfurt and feature close to 500 participants. So please come out and join us if you can. Registration opens at 8, the run walk beginning at 9. And all the proceeds from this fundraising event will go right back to the community to fund more scholarships for Lincoln Way seniors You can find more information on the website, patrickuzwickifoundation.com. But it is now my privilege to present to you this year's recipients of the Strive for 5 scholarships. And to help me is Patrick's sister, Margaret. So she can help me up here. Our first recipient is Anthony Kaplan.
Anthony will attend the University of Iowa and major in business.
Next, we have Kaylee Smetana.
Kaylee will major in music education at the University of Illinois.
Now we have Georgiana Calaveras.
Georgiana will attend Valparaiso University and major in special education.
Next, we have Annie Barr.
Annie will major in aviation at Western Michigan University.
And now we have Gregory Jenrich.